All right, so there we are. And as they come in, I'll just get them on. All right, so good evening. Good evening. We are recording. My name is Cristina Campbell. I've been with Young Living for 21 years. I love Young Living. It saved my life. I know that there are some on here that have never heard my story. I won't tell my whole story, but what I will tell you is that I was in the United States Army. I was in the first Gulf War, and I was diagnosed with Gulf War syndrome. And in June of 1999, I prayed for God's healing, and within 15 minutes, I found Young Living, and it literally changed my life. So I was sharing my my essential rewards, with the early birds tonight. Got my cup, got my tea. But the reason that I am such a fanatic about Young Living is because it really truly has changed my life and given me a life that I probably wouldn't have today if it wasn't for Young Living. So I went to school for 3 years to become a nationally registered certified master aromatherapist. And I have a bachelor's degree in holistic nutrition. And I put these trainings together, and they actually sold on Cron Diamond Tools and essential oil products, which I don't think they really sell too much Young Living anymore, but I sold them for many years. And then because of FDA compliancy regulations, I had to pull them off the market. But I decided that I would continue to teach the people who were in my organization the truth, because what Mary Young says, who is the COO, what? Oh, she's the CEO, sorry. She's the CEO of Young Living. She says, tell the truth, but don't do it on social media. Do it, to your members where and when you can, especially like if they come to visit you. Anybody who is in my organization or even not in my organization is welcome to come and visit me, and I will tell you more of the truth. But tonight we're going to talk about healthy bones. And what you're going to learn is the importance of bone health. And I thought it was real funny because Gail was on earlier and she said that Milana was coming on, and I see Milana is on. Hey, Milana. And she said, how funny that you're doing bones just before Halloween. And I said, oh, it is funny. It was just a coincidence. So we're also going to talk about how bacteria and pathogens can affect bone health, and what causes inflammation, and how does it affect our bone health, and how to support strong bones, how to build bone, and how to maintain bone. We're going to talk about, what would you do in the case of a broken bone? What's the best oil to use? What's the best supplements to use? And we're also going to talk about how to control and eliminate pain. And we're talking specifically tonight about bone pain. Okay, so there it is, the Halloween bone man, right? The skeleton. Our skeleton is the human body's foundation. And the skeletal system is what keeps your body in shape. Otherwise, we would just kind of be a blob of jelly. It protects our vital organs. That's the beauty of our rib cage. It protects the heart and the liver, which is really important. And the bony skull protects the brain, and our rib cage protects the lungs as well. And it enables us to move. All the cells of the immune system are initially derived from the bone marrow, and we're going to talk quite a bit about that tonight. I know when I talk specifically about pathogens, bacteria or viruses, I talk about the immune system, and I talk about how the leukocytes and lymphocytes, which are the white blood cells, which are the good guys, are created in the bone marrow. And The T cells that are created, they're created in the bone marrow as immature cells, and then they're sent to the thymus where they actually mature, and then they're deployed. And that's a good word for me, being a United States Army girl for 11 years, 3 months, and 15 days. They're deployed into the bloodstream when our body needs help. Our bodies are fearfully and wonderfully made. And God knew in his omnipotent wisdom what our body needed to do and know and be in order to heal us. I always like to say that it isn't the oils that heal us. It isn't the supplements or the food that we eat that heals us. They aid in the healing. But it is the mechanisms that God put in place. Our bodies are created to heal themselves. So keep that in mind. Okay, so we're going to talk about some specific diseases, and then later I'm going to tell you how to support your body so that you won't get these diseases. And if you do, that means you haven't been supporting if you have some of these things going on, you haven't been supporting it properly so that the body could do what it needs to do. And maybe, just maybe, we can help in alleviating some of your discomfort and stopping the progression of whatever's going on. So let's talk about RA, or rheumatoid arthritis, first. It is inflamed synovial membrane lining, and it causes swelling and thickening of the joints. You'll see people who have RA will have even to the point of deformity because of all these thickening joints, especially in their hands. Factors that aggravate this condition are deficiencies of minerals and other nutrients, microbes and toxins, and lack of water intake. I can't tell you how important it is to drink lots of water. Now, tonight I'm drinking Ningxia Red with a little bit of Zing. That's Ningxia Zing. It's our carbonated, like, healthy soda, I guess. And then I mix it with pineapple juice, and then I put about 4 drops of lime in here. And that's kind of my pick-me-up. But I do drink a lot of water. So water is really important. Okay, so then there's osteoarthritis. And this is when there's a breakdown. Not so much swelling, but a breakdown of the cartilage, and the joints will rub together. And this can be extremely painful. And the things that aggravate this condition are repetitive action. Doing the same thing over and over and over can literally wear away the cartilage, or meniscus, as we call it sometimes. Lack of water intake is also going to play a big part in here, because we need water to keep those joints fluid, and microbes and toxins as well. Osteoporosis is bone density loss or bone weakness. And these cause bone fractures. Osteoporosis can cause bone fractures. There's usually no symptoms. You actually have to be tested. There's a bone density test that you can have your doctor perform, and they can determine if you are on that path to osteoporosis. It does affect weight-bearing joints like your hip joints, knee joints. And the factors that aggravate this condition are prolonged calcium and protein deficiency. Also, low progesterone, especially in women, and we're going to talk about this. Trauma can cause osteoporosis. I got some people I'm letting in here. And up to 60% is caused by genetic factors. So if your genetics have been programmed from your parents or grandparents that you have weaker, more porous bones, then what you need to do is do everything in your power to feed your bones what it needs. Give it the tools that it needs to repair itself. Scoliosis and kyphosis. This is a scoliotic spine, and that means that it's got the S curve, the one on the left. Kyphosis is different in that it is the hump in the back. That's kyphosis. There's a growing amount of research, scientific research, that shows that certain microorganisms lodge near the spinal cord and can contribute to deformities. Now, I will tell you that this was a theory of Dr. Gary Young's. When I first got into Young Living, I found out about the raindrop technique, and we're going to talk about raindrop tonight. And I heard that Gary believed that scoliosis and kyphosis was caused by a virus that lived along the spine. And that if you use certain oils that are antibacterial and antiviral, that they can actually kill this virus and the spine can straighten. So my first granddaughter, who is now 30, she was 9 years old when I got into Young Living. And she had been diagnosed with scoliosis. So I did one raindrop on Karina and her spine straightened. In fact, we could see, we marked it. They teach you how you can mark the spine and then you can watch it move. You can also measure them or put them up against a wall and see if they get any additional height, especially in car accident victims who have had some subluxation in their spine or compaction in their spine. A lot of times they'll gain 1/4 to 1/2 inch just by having a raindrop. Her sister, Karina's sister, Shirley, was diagnosed at age 5. I did one raindrop on Shirley and her spine straightened. Neither one of them have scoliosis today. But it's funny because my daughter had kids by other fathers, and those children didn't get scoliosis, which told me that the mother-father parents, the parents of those two children, one of them was, oh, I think I need you guys on mute. Just a minute here. Okay. If you want to unmute yourself, you can. If you have a question, I want you to interact. People just keep coming in. So don't feel like you can't ask a question. Just unmute yourself. It's easy, easy. So anyway, I feel like one of those parents, and probably the father, because both of the girls had the same father, carried that or passed that virus on to those girls. So I know I have some raindrop technicians on tonight, and I want to thank you for coming on. And so if anybody has any questions, when we get further into raindrop, please don't hesitate to ask. Raindrop is something you should be giving your families and your family members and your friends on a regular basis. Dr. Terry Friedman, who was with Young Living early on, he was from Westminster, Colorado, stated that these essential oils, he was an MD, truly represent a new frontier of medicine. He believed that. He did EEGs on children with ADD and ADHD, and he found that essential oils could actually change the brain's alpha, beta, and delta waves, creating a brain environment that took away that ADD and ADHD. He said that they have resolved cases that many professionals had regarded as hopeless. He was really a believer. Let's talk about degenerative disc disease. There's many people out there that struggle with this. This is when the discs become brittle, loss of resiliency, lower back or lumbar pain, neck or cervical pain. The factors that aggravate this condition are obesity, smoking, and lack of water intake. Again, lack of water intake. You can see time after time after time that our bones need water. And I'm talking half your body weight in ounces daily. So if you weigh 150 pounds, it's 75 ounces of water daily. That could be, just under 10 8-ounce glasses or 8 10-ounce glasses a day. So let's talk a little bit about inflammation. What causes inflammation? Inflammation can occur anytime that we have an acute injury. Emotional stress can cause inflammation, or some type of foreign invader such as bacteria or a virus or even a toxin in the body. This initiates the inflammatory cascade of chemical events, creating chronic inflammation, tissue damage, and then eventually cell death. So we're going to talk about enjoying healthier bones now that we've kind of touched on some of the things that can go wrong if you're not supporting healthy bones. Thomas Edison stated that the doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease. Even the healthiest of diets need to supplement their intake of vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and antioxidants. And part of that reason is because of our soil depletion. I remember Gary talking many years ago about, I think it was in 1994, when he was getting his doctorate in naturopathy. He did a paper, an essay on spinach and iron. We were raised in the Popeye philosophy that spinach was, made you strong. When he assayed spinach from California in the early 1990s, there was literally no iron in the spinach. So in the 1990s, if there wasn't any iron, I really doubt that we have a lot of iron in our spinach today. Even if you eat it raw without cooking it. Iron is not water soluble, so you're not going to boil out the nutrients. But if there are no nutrients in there to begin with, then I think we need to be concerned. So we need to supplement our diets. One of the best things that we can do to supplement our diet in the case of our bones, to improve muscle function and to strengthen those bones, is by using MegaCal. This is a Young Living product. It's been around ever since I got into Young Living, 21 years. For many of you new people, you may not know that Young Living has 700 products. And this includes over 180 different oils, single oils and oil blends. But another thing that you may not understand, and that I can speak to from a nutritionist's point of view, is that supplements that you get, say from, CVS or Walgreens or whatever, they have not been paired as a whole food. In other words, they're not taking calcium from whole food substances. They are isolating different calciums, and then they sell it like that. Well, unless it's a whole food, your body doesn't necessarily assimilate it. You need magnesium in order to assimilate calcium. So if you don't have that balance, you're not getting what you need. It's like vitamin C. Vitamin C should be paired with bioflavonoids because that's what's in the orange. That white stuff, if you peel an orange, that white stuff on the outside of the orange are the bioflavonoids. A lot of people peel it off. They shouldn't, but they get a little bit still in amongst the orange slices. But that's the whole food. That's the way God intended it to be. He didn't intend to have ascorbic acid isolated from these foods, from these nutrients. So that's what Gary did when he made MegaCal. He combined different types of calcium lactate, calcium glyphosate, pentahydrate, calcium carbonate, calcium ascorbate, magnesium citrate, magnesium sulfate, and magnesium carbonate. And he put essential oils in there because essential oils are in every product that Young Living offers you. And it helps with the transport of the nutrient into the cell. You see, in order to get into the cell, you have to be able to permeate it. And essential oils have the ability to permeate the lipid membrane or the fatty outside ring of the cell, bringing the nutrients right directly into the cell so that it can be utilized. So MegaCal enhances cellular repair. It is a high-powered calcium and essential mineral compound. It is antibacterial and it prevents DNA mutation. So this is a powder and it comes with a little bitty scoop. If you do smoothies, it's perfect for that. I've put it just in my Ningxia Red and stirred it up and drank it that way. Yeah, you can put it in regular water. You can put it in fruit juice, any kind of fruit juice, but you just do a little scoop of it. It's not only supports healthy bones, but it supports vascular health. And so if you have any kind of vascular disease, this is really helpful. And it supports normal nerve function. So it's good for so many things. Another product that Young Living has is called BLM. And this actually supports the bones, the ligaments, and the muscles. That's what BLM stands for, bones, ligaments, and muscles. It has the ability, because of the special collagen 2 and glucosamine and
chondroitin.
Thank you. It rebuilds damaged joints and cartilage. Now, I can attest to this. They didn't have BLM when I first came in, but when it started coming out, I decided to take it because I had the meniscus removed in my right knee. I think it was in 1988. And I used to have a lot of trouble with it. And I always, worried about possibly getting arthritis in that knee. It literally rebuilt the cartilage in my knee. So it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. But, if it can do it in 8 years, isn't that incredible? It combats arthritis, inflammation, and bone pain, and it's because it has wintergreen in it. The wintergreen is one of the main oils, and here's wintergreen right here. Main oils for bone repair and for bone support. It also has clove oil in it, and this is an analgesic, so that's why it's going to take pain away in the bone. And it has balsam fir. And so I just got my Idaho Grand Fir. This is another really good oil for bone and for pain. Another really good oil, and I don't remember if it's in this presentation or not, we'll see when we get to it, is Panaway. Because Panaway has wintergreen, clove, it has heliocristin, which is really good for nerves, and it has peppermint in it, which is an anti-inflammatory. So, that's a great oil to use if you're having any kind of bone pain or you're seeking healing of that bone to heal faster. Okay, we talked a little bit about osteoporosis. Predominantly, it's women who get it. Men can get osteoporosis. But one of the things that I said is that one of the causes for osteoporosis is low progesterone. And I have always said, every woman from the age of 12 to 112 should be on Progestins Plus. I have it right on my nightstand. I use it every night before I go to bed, that and Clary Sage. It's an all-natural USP grade supermicronized progesterone from natural sources, wild yam. It's blended with vitamin E. It's blended with vitamin E. It has essential oils in it for optimum absorption and penetration through the skin. So it not only penetrates the cell, but it, the skin, but it also penetrates the cell. It's bringing those nutrients into the cell. The oils that are in Progestins Plus are frankincense and bergamot, and the menthol from peppermint. This can be used by all females. Again, I said from the age of 12 to 112. Apply 2 to 4 drops twice daily on the neck area. I say on the carotid artery. This is also going to help balance your hormones, ladies. You really, really need this. I keep trying to get to the chat. Okay. The reason that you put it on the carotid artery is so that it goes directly into the brain. It goes directly into the bloodstream. But if you have sensitive skin, really sensitive skin, this is a sensitive area on the neck. And you may want to put it on soft skin somewhere else. You might want to put it on the inside of your arm, on the inside of your thighs. You can put it on the soft tissue or soft skin under your arm. So for added effect, you can apply an additional drop or two along the forearms. Now I put a roller ball on mine, and you get a roller ball in your kit. And if you don't have a roller ball, if you've lost them, misplaced them, throw them away, you can get a pack of 10 from Young Living. But the nice thing about roller balls is they are reusable. All you have to do is pop it off with the cap. And then you have your roller ball, and you can continue to reuse it. And then to put it back on, you just set it on the bottle and you tighten the cap, and it's on there for good until you take it off. So don't throw your roller ball bottles away. Use this as soon as you run out of oil out of that bottle, use it on another bottle. One of the nice things about Progestins Plus is it doesn't need to be rotated on different areas of the body or cycled throughout the month. Some progesterone or pregnenolone is the actual precursor to progesterone that comes from the wild yam. Some of those products you have to cycle. So you do them for 21 days on and 7 days off. You don't have to do that with Progestins Plus. You can use it every single day, and I recommend that you do use it every single day. It's been really good for symptoms of endometriosis, polycystic ovary disease, just so many female hormonal imbalances. All right, so if you're using MegaCal to maintain good bone health, then if you've had bone problems, you might want to use SuperCal. This has potassium in it as well. If you have trouble with how you react to potassium, maybe your doctor has asked you not to supplement potassium in your diet, don't eat bananas, blah, blah, blah. Then I would stick with MegaCal because it doesn't have any potassium in it. But if you're looking for a more complete complex, SuperCal is what you're looking for. This builds healthy bones, teeth, and muscles, and it increases collagen production. Collagen is really important not only for the joints but for the skin. And our collagen is diminished. The production of collagen is diminished as we get older. We just don't produce as much. It restores electrolyte, hormonal balance, and hormone growth production. And I was talking about electrolytes before everybody got on this evening because I just got my 3 little bottles of YL Vitality Drops. I love them. And these are electrolytes. This one is grapefruit and bergamot. And I love to squirt it in my water. And it just helps, with those electrolytes. Restores electrolyte hormonal balance and growth hormone production. So if you're getting older, you need to increase your growth hormone production. And so SuperCal is very important for you to take. It prevents strokes and high blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, make sure you're taking SuperCal. This is important. And here's the different components that SuperCal has. And remember, these are whole food components. Calcium citrate, magnesium, potassium chloride, manganese, boron, zinc, citrate. It contains lemongrass, which is really good for connective tissue. It's got wintergreen, which we said is highly anti-inflammatory and supports bone health. It has marjoram, which is really good for smooth muscle. So that's why I always, when we talk about the raindrop, marjoram is really good for those smooth muscles. And the heart muscle is a smooth muscle. So it's going to support that. It also has myrtle in it, which is the #1 oil that we recommend for thyroid support. So myrtle, yeah, good oil. All right, I'm a big believer in antioxidants, and longevity is out of stock and has been for a while, but longevity essential oil is not. And you can make your own capsules and take these every day. They have orange in them. They have frankincense. I'm just checking this chat as it keeps. Your kids love longevity, Jillian? I don't see her on here now. Jillian, where are you?
I think she was talking about the one before this one.
Let me check the chat again. Oh, must be Dragon Time. Yeah. Okay, so, but longevity, you can get the oil and you can put it in a capsule and you can take 1 capsule a day. It prevents damaging effects of aging, diet, and environment. Longevity protects DHA levels in the brain. It's a nutrient that supports the brain. And it supports cardiovascular health. It promotes healthy cell generation. I would highly recommend everybody taking 1 capsule of longevity a day. So get yourself a 15 ml bottle of longevity and put it in a capsule and fill the capsule. The capsule will hold 20 drops and take it every day. It has frankincense, orange, clove, which is the highest antioxidant oil I know of. And I think that it has oregano in it as well. So it's highly antimicrobial. Oh, it has thyme. That's what it is. It's not oregano, it's thyme. And here are the primary benefits of longevity oil. And it's a blend. Again, it's in a 15 ml bottle. Thyme oil protects healthy DHA levels, a nutrient that supports brain function and cardiovascular health. Clove oil is nature's strongest antioxidant and richest source of eugenol. Orange oil contains 90% D-limonene, which not only prevents healthy liver function, but has also been known as anti-tumoral. In other words, it can kill rogue cells like cancer cells. And, and it's really good for lifting the spirits. If you know anyone that you might know that might suffer from sadness, depression, that kind of thing, orange oil is really, really good for that. And frankincense oil supports cell health and immune function. So again, just get yourself, and Young Living sells the capsules. You get 250 in a bottle of capsules, empty capsules, and they're about $7.50. Very inexpensive. They'll last you a very, very long time. So longevity is a potent blend of therapeutic grade essential oils that program the body to produce higher quantities of antioxidants. They help combat, those oils help combat free radical damage. And when we talk about cardiovascular health, We talk a lot about free radicals and what they are. I won't get into all of that tonight. Slows the negative effects associated with growing older, and we all want that, don't we? It contains 90% limonene, which is an anti-mutagenic, a DNA protecting, anti-tumoral, and anti-cancerous oil. That's the orange oil in there. And if you want to do research on on what D-limonene does, go to PubMed.org or PubMed. Yeah, I think it's org. PubMed.org, and look up D-limonene, D-limonene, or look up studies on lemon oil or citrus oils, and you're going to see over and over again. There's over 50 studies on D-limonene and depression and anti-cancer. What longevity does is it reduces stickiness of blood cells, and so does Ningxia Red. So if you're doing both, you're doing good. If you're drinking your Ningxia Red and you're taking your longevity, you are on the money, guys. Longevity is also going to decrease joint pain and swelling. Maybe you haven't found that oil yet for you that's really working the way that you need it to work. I recommend trying to take one capsule of longevity and see if that doesn't do it for you. Everybody's body is a little bit different, and we need to find that match. Gary used to have a saying that if an oil doesn't work after 3 applications, find another oil. If it's not working for you in 3 applications, you need another oil. Now, I will tell you that when I found the oils in June of 1999, one of the things that I had going on was I had suffered with bursitis in my right hip for about 2.5 years. I had been in physical therapy for that long, and I started using Panaway on it. And it took 2.5 weeks to get rid of that pain. But I'll tell you now, I've never had bursitis in that hip again. It's gone. It left. It said, I'm done. It was out of there. Longevity also supports normal cell regeneration and healthy immune function. Oh, this is one of our favorites. In fact, Kenneth just decided to tell me today that we are out of sulfurzyme. So I went in the cabinet and I looked, and sure enough, there's like 6 in the bottom. We take that many every day. At least. You can take 5 in the morning and 5 at night, especially if you have RA. It can take up to 6 weeks to get a blood level of MSM to get really, really good pain relief. But sulfurzyme is the natural pain relief. There's a book called The Miracle of MSM, Nature's Pain Reliever, I believe it's called. And it was written by Dr. Ronald Lawrence, who was a physician at, I think he taught at UCLA. I have a CD by him on sulfurzyme that's really quite informative. If you are in my organization and you want a copy of that CD by Dr. Ronald Lawrence, all you have to do is ask me in the chat, and I will send you that CD. Yeah, so it's a natural pain reliever. Sulfurzyme is. It reduces inflammation. It supports the immune system. It preserves the framework of connective tissue, and it supports hair, nails, and joints. This is a phenomenal product. And Eileen, my niece, says, I love sulfurzyme. I add the powder in my Ningxia Red and kombucha blend every morning. Send me the CD. I will, Eileen. I will send it to you. And it's number 7. And Leslie, I would appreciate the CD. Leslie, I've never sent you that CD. And Nancy says, I want that CD, and that's Nancy Batson. And one for Michelle. All right, guys. I love it when I can help you guys out. Oh, and Gail says, you don't have number 7, Gail? What is wrong? Gail. I just like to call you out. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and Nikki wants one too. Okay, I'll check this again later. So if you decide that you want a CD, I'll send it to you. Yeah, this is really, really good for pain. It's got the wolfberry in it. MSM works better if it's paired with vitamin C. And the whole wolfberry is in there, dried wolfberry. And there is more vitamin C in the wolfberry than there is in oranges. So this makes a wonderful way to really get that MSM into your body and utilize it. Another thing that's really going to help bone health is alkaline. We tend to eat a very acid diet. Coffee is acidic, meat is acidic, breads, carbohydrates tend to be acidic. The only things that are really alkalizing are green leafies, vegetables. Organic lemons are very alkalizing. You would think that they would be acidic, but they're not. They're very alkalizing. They're very healing for the body. So alkaline is great for acid neutralizing. If you suffer from heartburn, Digize is your best friend. Alkaline will help you out at night. If you have any kind of colitis, or itis means inflammation, right? Or anything like that, you're going to want to make sure that you take a teaspoon of alkaline at night. Now it comes in little packets, one serving size packets. And I like them because you just open it up, put them in the glass of water, drink the water, and you're done. And alkaline contains lemon and lime essential oil, so it kind of tastes good. It preserves the body's pH level. It boosts blood alkalinity. It fights fungus and yeast. And it helps reduce the following signs of acidic-based yeast and fungus dominance. If you have low energy or fatigue, it could be that you're too acidic. Aches and pains, overweight conditions, poor immune function, allergies, headaches, candida, irritability and mood swings, indigestion, like I said, colitis, ulcers, diarrhea, constipation, urinary tract infections, rectal or vaginal itching. This could be because of yeast, candida. So alkaline needs to be your friend. And you can either get this big container of it, or you can get it in the serving packets. All right, Idaho Grand Fir. Like I said, I just got my bottle. And it came in a little box. I thought that was odd. Where is it?
Christina,
Oh, yes.
it still says balsam fir on it.
Oh, on the bottle it does. Yeah, but I changed it up here. Yeah, I just didn't get the new picture. The new picture isn't available on Flickr yet.
But your ORAC one is also needing to be changed. Your text.
Okay, guys. I'll do that for you next time. Yeah, so the Idaho balsam fir is now called Idaho Grand Fir. And I think we're the only ones that produce it. And I was part of the Young Living Distillation team, as was Kathleen Gardner, who's on tonight, and Gail, who just told me I needed to correct my slide. And we actually harvested the balsam firs trees, and we distilled it and made the oil with Gary other crew members. And I know I did it for 4 years. I think Kathleen probably did it for 10 or more. She practically lived at the distillery, her and her husband. And I think Gail, you did it for 3 years. But we haven't been there in a while. So it's a conifer oil distilled in northern Idaho at our distillery called Highland Flats. It has a very relaxing and refreshing scent. It's highly anti-inflammatory. I love this in my bath. And remember, I tell you that I use my bath and shower gel, and I put about a quarter size in my hand, and then I add about 10 drops of whatever, and that whatever could be Idaho balsam or Idaho grand fir or aroma seeds or anything else I want to put in there, depending on my mood or what I think my body needs. I don't put thieves in my bath. It's really effective for muscular and rheumatic pain. And it has a very high ORAC rating of 205,047, which just means that it can destroy free radicals, and that the more antioxidants that we have, the healthier we can be. ORAC stands for oxygen radical absorption capacity and is the method of measuring antioxidant capacities of different foods and of oils. And I think I mentioned earlier that clove is the highest in ORAC, over 1 million. Over 1 million. It is really the highest antioxidant oil on the planet. And of course, if our oils are distilled properly, like Young Living knows how to do, then we're going to get the most benefit out of those oils. Copaiba is another oil that will support bone health and bone pain. It's a powerful oil from South Africa. It's one of the few oils that we actually tap the tree and get the oil from. We tap the tree, the copal tree, that's spelled C-O-P-A-L. And it comes out similar to maple syrup. This actually supports the body's natural response to injury or irritation. It contains the highest amounts of beta-caryophyllene, which is an anti-inflammatory. It's 55% beta-caryophyllene. It also has the ability to enhance or magnify the effectiveness of any oil that you put with it. So in other words, maybe you have knee issues like arthritis in your knee or bone on bone, and it's very painful. I would put Panaway, a couple of drops of Panaway on my knee, and then I would layer it with a couple of drops of Copaiba. Same thing with a shoulder injury or shoulder pain. Put your Panaway on and then put Copaiba over it. I think that's one of the reasons people love Deep Relief so much, is because Deep Relief has Idaho grand fir in it. It has peppermint in it, but it has Copaiba in it. And Copaiba enhances or magnifies the properties or the effectiveness of those other oils. So that's what makes people love Deep Relief so much, because it really, really works. Oh, there it is, Deep Relief. Deep Relief comes in a roll-on. I know we did get it in a 5 ml bottle once. But look at all the things that are in it. Peppermint, lemon, Idaho grand fir, Copaiba. Yeah, I should update that. Clove, wintergreen, heliochrysum, which is in Panaway as well. So this is just like Panaway bumped up with Copaiba and Palo Santo and lemon. Because, again, Panaway is wintergreen, peppermint, heliochrysum, and clove. And you see all 4 of those plus Palo Santo and Copaiba and lemon. This relieves muscle soreness and tension. It's excellent for neck and shoulder discomfort. I went to the chiropractor today. We go every week. And I was having a little bit of an issue about right there in my shoulder. And I told Dr. Leah about it. And when she cracks my neck, I have a fused disc at C5, C6. It's fused because I had the meniscus removed or the disc removed. I guess it was in 1990. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And when she did whatever she did, I had a lot of discomfort in my shoulder. So I came home and I immediately went and put our CBD muscle rub on it, which I love that as well. I could have used Deep Relief, but I love that CBD muscle rub. And I use that. And sure enough, all of that, because I think sometimes when you get adjusted, it goes into a spasm. And that's what's happening. It was really a lot of discomfort just driving home from the chiropractor. And I just went directly into the bathroom, put that muscle rub on. Haven't put any more on it since then. And that was at 3 o'clock this afternoon. And I don't have any discomfort at all. But Deep Relief, people love Deep Relief. Absolutely love it. It's convenient because it's a roll-on and you don't have to put the roller ball on there. It's 10 milliliters as opposed to 5 or 15. So it's like halfway between the bottles that we get. But it's a great oil. Everybody should have it in their house. And then when you need it, it's there. It's there. Relieve It oil blend, I believe right now is out of stock. And I love Relieve It. In fact, I've used Relieve It with my bath gel when I've done a lot of gardening or a lot of weeding, a lot of yard work. Relieve It has black pepper in it, which is really, really good for muscle soreness. It also has hyssop. They're not recommending the use of hyssop if you're pregnant. So, you know, that might be a thought that you want to put in the back of your head. Spruce is in there. Spruce is a conifer oil. All these conifer oils are very supportive to muscles and bones. Relieve It is deep and relaxing, and it's a nice warm blend because of that pepper, black pepper. It's soothing and comforting to the muscles and to the joints. It combats deep tissue pain. It's a great massage oil. It helps rejuvenate tissue, and it's highly anti-inflammatory. So you might not even know about Relieve It. Relieve It is a great oil. When it comes back into stock, you need to get a couple of bottles and have it part of your arsenal. Oh, another thing that we absolutely love here in our house is Ortho Ease massage oil. And I will rub this all over my hips and my lower back and my shoulders and my neck before I go to bed at night if I've done a lot of physical work. It soothes and warms tired, stressed bodies. It combats damaging effects of everyday activities. It's calming. It has, it's a massage oil. So you've got your carrier oils in there of coconut, wheat germ, grapeseed, almond, and olive oil. But the essential oils in there are awesome. They're wintergreen, juniper, which is strengthening to the kidneys, marjoram, which I mentioned was good for smooth muscle, red thyme, vetiver, which is very calming, peppermint, eucalyptus globulus, and eucalyptus radiata, and lemongrass. Lemongrass, again, really good for connective tissue. Yeah, calming blend of essential oils. Leaves you feeling relaxed and refreshed, and it's a good all-over body massage oil. My mother used to love this. She used to put it on her body before she went to bed at night. And it's probably because her daughter told her to. And she found that it really worked well for her. This is a must-have for athletes. Ortho Ease or Ortho Sport. And here's that favorite blend of ours. Ken and I would not be without Aromaseeds. And I buy a bottle every single month. And here it is again. Just came in my ER. I buy a 15 milliliter bottle, and by golly, we use it. It promotes circulation. It's the first choice for muscle spasms. You can apply it to tight, inflamed, achy muscles. and you can use it on areas of injury and fatigue. It provides soothing comfort for stress headaches. You can use Deep Relief for a stress headache. You can use Panaway. You can use M-Grain. You can use Aromaseas. Anything that's going to be a pain reliever, you can use. And we even have a pain cream. You know, it's Cool Azul pain cream. This has basil, marjoram, lavender, peppermint, and cypress. Cypress increases circulation. So it's really going to bring blood to that area that you're trying to get your body to heal. Here's that Panaway I've been talking about. Eases tight, sore muscles, soothes sore joints and ligaments, relieves tension, stimulates and revitalizes the immune function. It increases circulation. It brings blood into that area 3 times faster than anything else you could put on an area. A broken bone, a sprained ankle. You really want Panaway on your shelf all the time. So once that bottle starts getting only a few drops left in the bottle, you make sure you put another one on your essential reward so you get one the next month. Accelerates healing, it's the first choice. It's the first choice for bone injury. I was talking earlier about the raindrop technique. This is a safe, non-invasive technique available for spinal health. We were talking about kyphosis and scoliosis, right? And what it does is it kills viruses and bacteria. So when you get your Young Living Raindrop Technique kit, you're going to get 9 oils in it. It comes with 2 massage oils. One is V6, which has no essential oils in it. V6 is strictly 6 organic vegetable oils. And then Ortho Ease. And we just went through Ortho Ease. It's got all those great oils in it, juniper and marjoram and basil. Basil is antispasmodic. When you get your kit, you're going to get these 9 bottles of oil. So that's Valor that you get in there. And then you get oregano, thyme, Aromaseas. You get wintergreen, basil, marjoram, peppermint, and cypress. And there's a technique that you get directions on with the kit. And you're going to get between 6 and 7 applications out of one raindrop technique kit. And I know that April has been wanting a raindrop, and she has her oil, so we just need to set up a time again. I don't know. I just need to do that. Alleviates or resolves scoliosis, chronic back pain, and kyphosis, but it relieves stress. It boosts the immune system and improves the emotional state. It reduces pain and inflammation. I actually have a DVD of the raindrop technique. And for those of you who are giving raindrops, you know, make sure that you're teaching the people that's receiving it so that they can be, so this can continue to be replicated out there, duplicated. People need to be giving raindrops to their family members, their wife, if she has chronic back pain, your grandchildren, if they have scoliosis. This is just something, if you have the cold or you're going to get you might have the flu, get a raindrop. If you have cystic acne, get a raindrop. Raindrops are just so beneficial in so many areas. It's unbelievable. So, Jillian, you want a DVD of the raindrop?
Grant?
Okay.
Because y'all, first off, y'all.
No, not the raindrop of the number 7.
No. First off,
Okay, Jillian. All right, I think somebody was off mute, but I think they got themselves back on. That's good. Okay. Oh, Eileen says, I usually do a mini raindrop on my feet since My husband doesn't know how to do it yet. Yeah, you got to teach him. Another thing that's really going to help support every aspect of your body, whether it's your bones, your muscles, your cardiovascular system, your nervous system, is Ningxia Red. And as I was telling you tonight, I'm drinking my Ningxia Red, my favorite mocktail, which is about 2 to 3 ounces of Ningxia Red. Then I put a half a can of Zing, which is a Young Living product as well. It's like our carbonated beverage. And then I put ice, and then I top it off with pineapple juice because that's my fave. And then I might put 3 or 4 drops of lime oil in it because that increases glutathione production, and that helps us to stay healthy as well. But Ningxia Red is the super infused, nutrient dense food that contains the Ningxia wolfberry. As a matter of fact, it's 55%, I believe, Ningxia wolfberry. And then it has blueberry juice in it. It has essential oil of orange, of lemon. It has raspberry juice. It has aronia berry juice. It's really a powerhouse of nutrients. People who consume this fruit live free of common degenerative diseases like arthritis because it's giving your body the nutrients it needs in order to combat any of those toxins that might be causing bone problems. The Ningxia wolfberry alone is so full of nutrients. It has 17 trace elements, 4 major minerals like calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium. It has 18 amino acids, which are the building blocks for our body, and 6 glyconutrient essential sugars. Now, glyconutrients are those things that cause cell-to-cell communication. Without glyconutrients and enzymes, our cells don't communicate very well, and our body doesn't work very well. So it's important that we get these glyconutrients. 1 ounce of Ningxia Red has the antioxidant power of 4 pounds of carrots, 2 quarts of carrot juice, 8 oranges, 1 pint of orange juice, 2 pounds of beets, 2 cups of beet juice, 3 cups of raspberries, 2 cups of blueberries. There's more beta carotene in 2 ounces of, or 1 ounce of Ningxia Red than there is in carrots. And there's more vitamin C than oranges. There are 6 essential fatty acids in the Ningxia wolfberry. There's vitamin B1, B2, B6, and vitamin E. Does it get any better than that? I don't know. And then on top of that, I take our master formula multivitamins. I take multigreens every single day. Sulfurzyme in the morning and at night. I take either BLM or my calcium. I have to take vitamin C. So yeah, I took 3 before dinner tonight of our Super C. I have vitamin D. We take Illuminize for our eyes. We just take so many supplements. And I just look at them as food. They are whole food. I'm eating healthy whole food when I take our supplements and I drink our Ningxia Red. So I want to give you a quick 5 steps to healthier bones. Step 1, make sure that you have a wholesale account with Young Living. And you can start with the Ningxia Red kit, or you can start with an oil kit if you're going to support your bones. Is there anyone on here tonight that is not currently a member of Young Living? You're not getting wholesale pricing from Young Living. Anybody on here tonight? I want to call you out. Step 2, you want to set up your savings and free product account, which is our Essential Rewards program. And this allows you to get your products every month so you don't run out. This is so important. And for those of you who are on early, you saw all the products that I got. I got a free bottle of Inner Defense this month. I got my multigreens. I got my drops. I got all these oils, and I got a free mug. and I got a free tea, and I got 2 bottles of my bath gel. I was just so happy to get my ER order. Step 3, you want to discuss your 90-day health plan with the person who is sharing this presentation with you. That would be me. If you want a health plan, let's sit down on the phone and do it. I will do it with you. I will help you determine what is the best health plan for you for the next 90 days. And I do that free. Step 4 is you want to set up your next order on your Essential Rewards. And step 5 is as soon as your order comes, we need to talk so that I can guide you how to use the products that we've ordered for you. I want to make sure that you're using them. I want to make sure that you're using them properly, because them sitting on your shelf or in your pantry isn't going to get you healthier. You got to take them. So here's your step 1, your wholesale account. This is the oil kit. It's $165. Step 2 is getting on Essential Rewards. When you get on Essential Rewards, this is your monthly wellness box. And I mean, from 700 products of Young Living, my order could easily be $1,000 a month. I have to really rein myself in, because I buy the granola, I buy the spaghetti, I buy all the supplements, the oils, I buy tea, I buy the protein, I buy the Ningxia Red. I've got to have this. It's part of my lifestyle. And anytime that I order something on Essential Rewards, I get 25% of that order back in free products. And I get free products on every shipment. And I can order from the points that I accrue from the ER program and get my product for free. And anytime that I order from Young Living and I order $100 or more, if I choose economy shipping, I will get free shipping. Now, for those of you who are already on Essential Rewards, free shipping has been available with Young Living since September 1st. However, when you do your Essential Rewards order, you must change your shipping from standard shipping to economy shipping on the template. That's on the dashboard of your Essential Rewards. If you don't do that, it defaults to standard shipping and you're going to still pay shipping prices. So I just needed to tell you that, because that was something that I wasn't fully aware of. You never run out of products to ensure that your 90-day health plan is going to be a success if you're on Essential Rewards. Step 3, get your 90-day health plan. And here is a recommendation for a first month's ER order. You might want to get a bottle of sulfurzyme, a bottle of BLM, a bottle of SuperCal, and a deep relief roll-on. The wholesale price is around $139. And if this is your first month's ER order, you're going to get $13.90 put in a little account in your back office, in your virtual office, that you can use to buy product with later. Month 2 might look like this. It might look like a bottle of longevity, some capsules, another bottle of BLM, and a bottle of Panaway. This is a wholesale value of $137. You're going to get an additional $13.72 put in that piggy bank. And so now you have like, what, $26, $27 that you can spend on free products. And the Essential Rewards option month 3, you might need to start on your Ningxia Red. I wish everybody on this call was drinking Ningxia Red every day. And I think I would probably say 90, I know that 90% of you are. I don't know every single person on this call, because some of you have your phone number on here, but I know that you're drinking Ningxia Red and you're doing it every month. Jillian is faithful. I know. And you might want to get a raindrop technique like we talked about earlier and learn how to give it to your friends and family. All of this is $192. So that's going to add another $19.20 to your piggy bank or your points account, your Essential Rewards points account, and now you can go ahead and spend them. After 3 months of getting 10% rebate, that goes up to 20%. And after 24 months of being on Essential Rewards, that goes up to 25% and it stays there. So I get 25% on everything that I order. And most of you who have been, with Young Living, well, 2 years or more, you're getting 25% rebate on everything. That is awesome. Step 4 is your, your 3-month program and being on Essential Rewards. And step 5, you call me when your order arrives so that we can talk. I'm going to open it up for discussion. I really want you guys to feel free to ask me any questions. I'm going to read the chat. Yeah, there are videos about giving Raindrop on the Young Living YouTube channel. I believe there's a whole channel devoted to it. Thank you, Leslie, for sharing that. That's good information for everybody. Everybody's rating themselves in a month on their monthly order. I know, because there's just so many things that we want. All right. Are there any specific questions? Oh, Eileen says Copaiba is good for teething babies too. Thanks for sharing that, because she has a teething baby. I know that.
It's Leslie Berger here. I do have a question. For Raindrop, I know that wintergreen is in there, and for somebody who is on blood thinners, wintergreen is not recommended. Do you have a suggestion for an oil to replace that with?
Well, I would look at some of their symptoms. Ask yourself the question, why am I giving this person a Raindrop in the first place? Is it because they suffer with pain, they've got a cold or flu? Maybe they have a specific health problem. Use an oil, or even an emotional problem. Use an oil that's going to support that in conjunction with the other Raindrop oils that you're using. Does that make sense, Leslie?
Yes, that does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say they're dealing with a respiratory issue. All of those other oils are going to be very helpful for respiratory, but you might want to add eucalyptus.
A respiratory oil that, well, it's not really a respiratory oil that has been helping me. My allergies this year just really kicked up for some reason. I haven't really had problems with them the last couple of years, but this year I have, is Common Sense, which is in an emotional blend, but it has really been super helpful for me. So just add that in. If somebody is having allergy issues this season, you might want to add that in and give it a try.
Thank you for sharing that, Leslie. Thanks a lot. That's helpful. Anybody else? Anybody else? Did you want recording still on? Oh, yeah. Why not? Unless you have a question that you would rather have me turn off the recording, then I'd be more than happy to do that.